1. Problem number 4 says evaluate the integral of x times cosine of 115 x dx. And so we have to use integration by parts. And so we start by looking at our Lipit scale. So this helps us determine which function will equal u first, and then the latter function will be the dv, we say for dv. And so in this case, L stands for logarithms, I stands for inverse trig, P stands for polynomials, E stands for exponentials, and T stands for trig, so regular trigonometric functions. And so if I'm looking at this scale, or this heuristic to help me remember, I see an x first, and that lies under the polynomial side, and then there's a cosine, which is trig. And so that tells me x equals u, dv equals cosine of 115x dx. And so now we take the derivative with respect to x, which is just du, and then we take the antiderivative of dv. So that means v would equal 1 over 115. The derivative, or the antiderivative of cosine, is negative sine. But this would just reduce to negative sine of 115x divided by 115. And so using the rule for integration by parts, we have uv minus the integral of v du. Well, u is x and v is this, and so our first term would be negative x sine of 115x divided by 115. And now we minus the integral v. V is negative sine of 115x divided by 115. And then du is just dx. And so when we find the final answer, we take the antiderivative of this, but this is just a u substitution. Let u equal 115x, then du is 115 dx, or we bring out another, so this would also become a plus, so we'd have negative x sine of 115x divided by 115 plus 1 divided by 115 squared, because from the second u substitution, and now I can take the derivative, or I can find the antiderivative of sine of u, which is just cosine of u, or cosine of 115x. And lastly, we should add on our arbitrary constant c, and so this would be our antiderivative.